Welcome back to Financial Freedom. I'm Yvonne Davis, author, astrologer, and life transformation coach. And I today have an affirmation for you, which is, I think creatively to develop multiple streams of income. Okay. So I think that's a pretty easy one too, that you can just repeat over and over again, like a mantra, meditate on it, visualize, journal, sometimes even just writing it over and over again, many times, 100 times or more can help. You can put it up, post it up around the house. But this one, again, is fairly easy. I think creatively to develop multiple streams of income. All right, so I'm going to give you some examples really quick. Okay, so I think the first thing you want to do is to brainstorm on these multiple streams of income, because when you're brainstorming, it's like anything goes, you know, the sky's the limit. Stretch yourself to come up with any idea you possibly can. So it also depends on what your resources are, what you can, bring to the table, and also what your passions are. So I really started out with writing because that was the thing I was most passionate about. And also, it didn't require an investment, or at least very small. So if that's the kind of thing you like to do, that can be a good way to start. So I've mentioned before, I have my book, The Power of Manifestation, and In the Magic Flow. And both of these books talk about how I got on this path to begin with. And so give you, a real life look into how to become self-employed and financially free and retire early. If you're interested in either of these books, you can get the ebook by signing up to my Patreon account, okay? And I'll have the link in the description box below and at the end of the video. Oh, so it'll be super easy. You just go to patreon.com/Yvonne Davis. And so you can get that ebook at the $10 tier. Okay, so that's one idea. And then I'm trying to think what else I did, because I just want to give you some ideas to get you started. Because I loved books so much, I had lots of books. And that actually turned out to be a cash reserve for me sometimes. When I needed money, I could sell those books. And I'm just talking about, generally used books. I always took really good care of them so that they held their value, so that I could sell them. Let's see what else. I started teaching workshops. So that's another thing you can do. Right now with the pandemic, you probably need to teach online. So you would need to do some research, unless you're already familiar with that, on how to create webinars or record videos to post online for your clients. There's e-commerce. You might want to start a website. Now, all of these things you may have already looked into, you may have already tried. There's so many ideas for making money online that are out there. So I don't necessarily want to go into every single idea, because I don't know what's right for you. I don't know what your personality is or what you're passionate about. If you want to, you can tell me in the comments below what you've looked at, what you're looking at now, or what you're hoping to look into. But the idea is just to create multiple streams of income. And that can be from any source. I think a lot of times what actually creates a blockage for people is they think that it has to be a large amount of money, but actually it doesn't. A lot of small streams of income can add up to financial freedom. So, you may want to look at investing in the stock market. I would suggest being extremely careful and cautious and conservative if you just do decide to do that, because what happens to a lot of people, if they don't understand how to invest in the stock market, they end up losing money. So that would not be a good thing. But, you know, just go out there and just write down anything. It doesn't even matter, because the whole point of brainstorming is to stretch yourself, to come up with ideas you'd never thought about before and consider whether or not they would work for you. So you may want to look into real estate investing. Of course, again, that assumes that you can get a mortgage. So again, I don't know what you're bringing to the table. You might want to rent a room in your home. You might want to, you know, get on Airbnb. I've also, over the years, I've done all kinds of different things like Lyft. Most of my stuff came from working online, teaching, writing, working with clients one-on-one. I was passionate about the topic of spirituality and the occult, and so I ended up learning tarot reading and astrology, and that's ultimately what ended up happening, was that I became an astrologer. And then I developed this YouTube channel. So, or at least my other YouTube channel, Yvonne Davis, where I do my astrology. So, you know, I think really just, you know, if you go down the street, I mean, I've even made money just looking down at the ground. The most I ever found was $60, but that was pretty cool. I found $60 and they were, it was peeking up under the snow. I think what happened was someone at the time of New Year's Eve had probably had a little too much to drink and dropped $60 in cash. And the snow fell on it and buried it. And then when the snow started to melt, it started peeking up out of the snow. And I thought, well, that's a strange color. And I went over there and I picked it up and it was $60. So there are so many ways that you can make money. You have to, it's like you're creating a mind and energy field that will attract ideas, that will attract money. And until you have that kind of mindset, most people, what they do is they block. They have fear, limitation, limited thinking, and they block themselves from achieving financial freedom because they think it has to happen in one way. And if they can't make it happen in that way, then they can't achieve it. But that's not true. So what we want to do, we don't want to limit, because when you limit, you take an abundant universe and you make it scarce. What you want to do is open up to all the possibilities, no matter how crazy they seem. I would say maybe the only limitation you put on yourself is that it's legal, you know. So, but anyway, so that's today's affirmation. I think creatively to develop multiple streams of income. All right, so I will look forward to your comments. And if you're new to my channel, please subscribe, ring the bell for notifications, click like on this video, share with friends and family and on social media. And if you have not seen my astrology channel, I hope you'll click on that too. That's Yvonne Davis on YouTube, Yvonne Davis Astrologer. All right, so that's it for today, and I will see you again next time. Bye-bye.